8 reasons why some Facebook pages boom but most bust. WIIFM. The acronym stands for What's in it for me? And it is actually what people who visit your website are wondering when you ask them to like your page on Facebook. Have you really given people a reason to want to like your page? What kind of incentive can you offer? Number 2. The in-crowd. Some fan pages do all sorts of different things to get people to like their page. Some pages offer a free ebook, others promise Facebook-only deals, etc. The best converting method for getting people to like your page is to simply explain that liking your page is the only way to become part of the in-crowd in your community. At the end of most of the golf articles on my website, put a little blurb that says something like, if you haven't joined our community by liking Improve Your Golf Techniques on Facebook, you're missing out on half the fun. Our Facebook page is a perfect place to ask golf questions and get answers directly from Jim. Number 3, make it obvious. When you find a website that you like, find their Facebook fan page so that you can get their articles in your Facebook feed. It is shocking how many websites make it so difficult to find their fan page. And then they are perplexed why no one likes their page. Pretend you're a new user and you truly want to find the Facebook page. Number 4, exclusivity. Providing significant bonuses to your fans helps to make them feel like they truly are part of the core of the community. Make them feel special and that they really are in a community rather than just saying you have a community. Number 5, generate content through Facebook. Every 14 days or so, I like to post a status on Facebook that I use as content for the website. For example, I wrote a status a few weeks ago that said, you might be a great golf player if... That status generated over 200 replies. Better yet, the article was tremendously popular because my community had participated in generating it, so they were great about sharing it on social media. I have used the same technique with other posts as well. Take this one for example. Write an article with 150 golf technique tips. I came up with about 40, but I'm stuck. Can you guys help me out? I honestly needed the help, and I honestly wanted to play the part of the teacher for a while. I finished the article in 15 minutes when I had spent several hours trying to come up with things. Not surprisingly, the article was extremely popular because they were a part of the process and I accredited them for their ideas. 6. Quit bugging people. Nothing makes me click the unlike button faster than an annoying status update. The newspaper in my hometown constantly posts on its Facebook page things like, what are you guys doing this weekend? I can't stand it. I want the news. Remember that every single post must provide value to your followers. I know you're starved for followers and you're desperate to find something that they will respond to, but this post will only frustrate your followers and get a tiny percentage of them to respond. Write about things that have value. An example, how about this status update that drew 110 responses in less than 30 minutes? Since I'm a photographer in my family, there are very few pictures of me and the kids. Is it just me, or do you have that problem too? Number 7, your fans don't know they like you. Facebook is a moving target. Sit complacent for too long and your entire following could become useless. If your fans stop interacting with your page by clicking the like button, sharing your stuff or answering surveys, then they might as well not be followers at all, because Facebook still stops showing your posts in the news feeds of your fans. So, how do you get people to engage with your Facebook page? By now, you should know that you must read on. Number 8, questions. When I notice that the engagement for my post on Facebook has dwindled over a few days, I always call in the heavy hitters, the questions feature. Asking questions is a terrific way to better understand your market and to get hundreds of people to interact with your page. I frequently get 1 out of every 15 followers to engage when I post a question and polling options. Pretty much any type of question seems to convert.